And who's talking to who? You talking to me, Marcus, or you talking to Randy? Because I think Randy awesome for you. I mean, awesome answered for you. Me. My weekend was great. Let's see. Saturday. I'm trying to think. What did I do on Saturday? Mostly, I think we just chilled at the house. Oh, we went to a movie. We saw Kung Fu Panda 4 with the kids. That was like an afternoon thing. And then, but mostly chilled outside and around that. And then yesterday was really cool. Nothing new around here, but really cool. We went to this really special beach here, even though it's somewhat windy and stormy and choppy, the waters here right now. Just this happens to be. I'm not talking about this year. It's usually that way or anything. That's the way it is. There's this one like cove beach that's on this island is sort of like a diamond, perfectly situated, like a flattened diamond, perfectly situated on the north, south, east, west. And so if you know about weather a little bit, you can find perfectly tranquil, beautiful water even during bad weather. Because if the winds are coming in like this way, right, you just got to go to the other side of that. And that's cool. Everything's only 45 minutes to an hour and a half at most with traffic, pretty much an hour away. You can go to all four corners of the island, and I mean, if there was no traffic, like an hour to each corner, from corner to corner. So anyway, we went there, and the beach was amazing, and it was Cinco de Mayo yesterday, so they had uh, one genuine, semi-genuine Latino party going on at the beach, but they were people from I think Dominican and Republic, and then there was another one that was uh, a Cinco de Mayo by locals, and locals here are black folk, like so, like I'm the fish out of water here. I'm 95% of this island is black, native local folk. And but they were doing like they were doing a Cinco de Mayo, and they were cooking and selling like tacos and all these kinds of stuff. And they had music on and everything. But they had, I think, no clue like how Cinco de Mayo is, because they were playing like rap music, and they had this one song. I can't really even say it. I would be bleeped, but I can't say, but it had a line in it that said "ni," fiesta, ni fiesta. I'm like, that doesn't make it Cinco de Mayo just because you have fiesta in what you're saying. Anyway, we actually went over there, patronized, and got some tacos. And the tacos were like Taco Bell tacos, like which are American tacos, like flour tortillas and ground beef. And but when you think of like Mexican tacos, if you guys have ever had Mexican tacos, oh my goodness, uh, they're amazing with these like little corn tortillas, like street Mexican street tacos, and then whether they put chicken or pork or beef in there, and the sauce. Ooh, that's another level. But it's not like Taco Bell. Anyway, then you go out in the water, right? And the water is perfectly flat. Like, when you go in a swimming pool, when you're not in it and you look in it, and there's like just maybe gentle waves, and you see the sunlit sort of lines on the bottom of the pool. Imagine that for like 7 football fields of tropical Caribbean paradise. And you go out there, you walk out, and it's flat, so you just walk out there up to your chest, way out there, and you see like the fish going by, and you have a cigar. We had a cigars, and uh, we made some blended drinks and stuff that we brought to the beach in some coolers, and we just chilled. We had a great day yesterday for Cinco de Mayo. Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. That was cool. And I just learned from like an Instagram post of what it's all about. Kathy, my wife, she says that Cinco de Mayo is kind of an American holiday, that they don't even really celebrate that in Mexico, which is pretty funny. But I did see in a post that it is about a battle in Mexico where 2,000 Mexicans beat 6,000 French on the 5th of May, and that was Cinco de Mayo. Of course, Saturday was May the 4th be with you, so that was Star Wars Day. And Randy, you have two daughters-in-laws that are Mexican? Yeah. Oh, fantastic. Yeah. Oh, the Latin culture is great. There's so much culture there. Like, I, I'm, it's probably par on par. It's par on par. It's probably equal to the American culture, where we have barbecues and baseball and Fourth of July and what do we have? And I don't know. What are the American things? Poker. Uh, and then Mexico. Yeah, they've got some amazing culture that matches it. I think of like, no dissing different cultures here, but I think of the Asian culture and I think, oh, oh, it's almost like my best friend is Chinese and they have a lot of cultural things. But the thing is with the Asian culture, I don't know. It's it's almost like too cultural. It's like 'cause in America at least, it's like are we really like they have too many things going on. In Mexico, I don't think they ever have. In Mexico, it's like just culture. Like they don't have, you know, festivities. It's every day is a fiesta in Mexico. Oh my God. Anyway, they're all good. It's all good. It's all good. All right. You asked about my weekend. It was a good weekend. I hope you guys had a great weekend too. And I want to take a look at the market now. So in pre-market, we've got the market, the growth market, and the market being in a good spot, well supported, continuing. And I mentioned on Friday, let's take a look at this, that because we had this doji above the waterline here, which was the breakdown level previously, that I hadn't done the back testing, but it seemed to occur in my mind. There seemed to be an intuitive, instinctual experience, wisdom thing coming to the forefront that said to me, that is phenomenally good sign. That is as if there was a big, huge green candle. Like that is just a really good. It just didn't go back underwater. Didn't try to test it. It isn't ripping anybody down, tearing anybody to shreds. That's really good. Uh, Now I don't know. Trading is always evolving, and modern trading um, always seeks to obliterate edges. Like everyone's edge is to obliterate everyone else's edge. That's modern trading. That's the way it always goes. That's the evolution of trading. So here I am saying intuitively, instinctually, wisdom, experience says this is a phenomenally great uh, day that we got put in on Friday. And maybe I'm ahead. Maybe we're way ahead by a decade on that. Or maybe it's a bull trap. Who knows? Maybe today uh, it doesn't follow through and it pulls back and it breaks below the low and now it goes and tests uh, that underwater level. And you know what though? That'd be just fine. I can trade that, no worries. First of all, I'm hedged up, which as almost all of you should be. If you have positions, but let's say it did do that. Let's say we went up and then we came down. We'd be looking at something like this for the week and then maybe some coming back out and that'd be great and then a tightening up VCP type pattern and then a breakout that could happen or maybe the whole thing just continues to stay under pressure and comes back down again, does this, doesn't do so well, breaks that down, you know comes. I mean, we have in the cards sideways is what we expect, but all I'm saying is on Friday it would have been a good idea to heed my mentioning. I mentioned it in the group that this could potentially be, by my intuition, instinct, and experience, an excellent sign for the market, and that Monday or this week could be quite a follow through. We'll see. Proof will be in the pudding. And again, I could be dead wrong on that, and I'd be just fine with that. But maybe this has kicked off a run. And the interesting thing is, we have virtually no important economic reports this week. So we don't have anything to derail us. I just pulled up the week's top reports, and today, like around noonish and stuff, we've got some of the Feds are speaking on their opinions. And then on Tuesday, not much of anything. And then on Wednesday, some more Feds speaking on their opinions, different ones, all the different chairs. And then there's a 10-year note auction. All these are no big deal, you guys. And then Thursday in the morning, jobless claims. Hopefully there's no surprises there, but I don't think there will be. I think the market's like very well on its toes right now with all the jobless reports. And that could go either way or in line. That's about it there. That's Thursday. That's the biggest, most important thing. Well, actually, and then Friday morning at 10 a.m., we've got consumer sentiment. And I don't know. All those, I feel like we expect those to be bad. And so we're already sort of ready for it. Now, so interestingly, this week is pretty tame on that front, and it's going to allow the market to run freely. There will not be all that, low volume waiting for huge reports. Not happening this week. But what is happening this week is this has got to be the one of the biggest weeks for earnings. Before the market, we had Spirit Airlines, Berkshire, Tyson, a couple of biotechs. After the close, we'll have Palantir, Lucid, Hims, and then before the open tomorrow. So that's just today. And then tomorrow before the open, which also counts today because there's no way you can access it until except with pre-market trading shares uh, until tomorrow morning. That's Walt Disney. I mean Disney. It's the way I say it. Celsius, Datadog, Crocs, Nikola, which provides a bit of interesting volatility on the market. Ferrari, BP, Rockwell, Geo, that's a big one. Then after the close, it heats up more with Rivian, Arista, Upstart, Win, Lyft, Oxy, Twilio, Confluent, Toast. These are all things that are hot. And then before they open the next day, Wednesday, Uber, Shopify, Affirm, um, eh, Toyota. Then after the close Wednesday, ARM, Robinhood, Airbnb, AMC, TTD, Trade Desk, Beyond Meat, AppLovin, Duolingo, Exact Sciences. Again, these are all stocks that are, we love them. They if they could set up, they offer enormous opportunity. And I'm not even halfway through the week yet, and we haven't been able to get in them because ER is coming up. Well, this is it. This is the week where each one of these ones that we wanted to be in, their ER will be behind them, and therefore we can get in them. So this will be kind of potentially an allocating week. And then after the close Wednesday, yeah, I did that. And before the open Thursday, we got Roblox, GigaCloud, GCT, so hot. Warner Brothers, Sundial, which could be hot right now. Plug, some Solar, CSIQ, and Kronos. And then after the goes Marathon, Soundhound, CleanSpark, Unity, uh, Vuzix, that one does move around. Blink, kind of dying a slow death, but there you go. And then on Friday before they open, a couple of remaining ones such as DigitalOcean, that's DocN, And those are the big ones. So this is going to be proved to be a very important week in ERs and PE adjustments out there, and the market's going to be adjusting with every release. It's going to be a complex week. It's not going to be a week of economic craziness, right? That's out of the way, but you still do have to worry about geopolitical tensions. Any escalation, any event at all, whether it's a any kind of act of escalation in any of the global tensions that, whether it's Ukraine, Russia, or China, Taiwan, or Israel, I don't know, Hamas, uh, any kind of next level event on those could send this market down stronger than any economic event could. It is really on edge about all that right now. So be careful about that. If you do get positions, remember to delta neutral hedge them. But the ERs, yeah, that's could potentially create good, bull run um, days for us here, and a very nice green week could happen, derailed by a geopolitical event. So funny. Well, just to not funny, just to double check though, next week will be PPI, inflation, CPI, um, housing, and that's how the week ends. Next week is huge. So this week will be the lighter, more lightweight division. Next week, big ass heavyweight division. So uh, if you're gonna be um, trying to get in to anything without getting clobbered, this is the week for beginners and intermediates. Next week is going to be um, more difficult, a more difficult week, and you would want your positions to already have baked in the oven a little bit, so you've got some buffer on them and hedged. That's the way next week's going to go. It's going to be very interesting. All right. Well, we've got about 8 minutes before the market opens. Before the market opens, we've got PRFT. Let's take a look at it. $1.7 billion market cap. It's been down, 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 and then it jumped all the way up above this pivot. Looks like a pivot reversal breakout for PRFT. Why is it remaining so flat? It's ER based, but it's so flat, which makes me feel like maybe they announced that they're going to be bought out. Flat usually equals buyouts. Rate cut hopes lift exchange traded funds proficient top. William Blair downgrades proficient. Well, anyway, all right. Deal to go private. I knew it. Look at that. It says it's ER, right? But then look at here it is. Proficient shares surge pre-market on deal to go private. Look, you can tell what kind of news is released on a stock by the chart. Learn to read charts and you know everything. I was correct. All right, so Proficient is off of the table because we don't trade mergers. $5.3 billion company, FRPT. All right, the liquidity on FRPT is way too low for even day trading, for even to intraday trade that as shares. Just stay away. We got LI, Li Auto, I believe it is. Yes, Li Auto with just apparently just a minor amount of blip up, 7%, but it already is almost 4% ADR stock, so that's almost like just it moved 2 days in one day because of ER. Woohoo. Not exciting, and definitely in a downtrend and hugely under pressure. Uh, Mara, which is going to be reporting later this week. Remember, Mara's moving around. Okay, Mara's chart looks, quite bad now. I mean, you got to love how it can make those runs, but until it kicks off a healthy looking setup, we kind of got to stay away from it and just keep watching. Maybe the ER will change that. MSTR, similarly, Bitcoin and crypto related. Now, MSTR is a bit more well set up. It is up a bit in pre-market, but not really enough. The highest it got was 1345, so that's over right here. That's, yeah, all inside recent pivot, recent pivot. So that doesn't change sentiment in any way whatsoever, but it is close. It is close to popping up over, say, 1400. MSTR over 1400 uh, gets on the bullish side of things. It could be a fake out, pulls back and keeps trying over the next few days, but getting over 1400 would be significant on MSTR. Or I'll put a little alert in there. Don't let that fly off the radar. Honest. All right, good. So the opportunities this morning are more or less to watch the market, and we'll see what on our growth lists, our 150 top pick stocks here. And we've got another 50, 50, 250 stocks that come to the fore through our scans every day. There's about 300. About 300 stocks come to our fore on our scans each day, and maybe the top 20%, maybe the top 10% of those are interesting opportunities that we could potentially get into. So three or 400, so 30 or 40, to 50 different picks every day. We are never devoid of opportunities the way we run our scans. All right, a couple minutes till the open. So, good luck to each one of you. What do we got here? We got 3 minutes to the open. Let's see if anybody else is chattering about anything that we could take a look at. And I don't even know what's Rafah. Is that something else now going on? Reaching an agreement to release hostages is the best way to preserve their lives and avoid the invasion of Rafah. I don't know, something going on with a place called Rafah. Top stories: Israel war on Gaza. Hamas slams Israeli evacuation order of Rafah. Oh my God! Can you believe how biased the media is against Israel? Amazing. Uh, Netanyahu vows to invade Rafah. Good. As ceasefire talks with Hamas continue. So anyway, there's definitely a lot of shit going down there. Um, just when you need it, just when the powers that be need to move the needle in a week where the needle's not supposed to move much, they're working on it. You know, call me a conspiracy theorist, but Ah, all right. Let's get QQQ up here. There's not anything specifically that we're going after this morning. I did allocate into I think four more positions on Friday. I really wanted to find some stuff to get into because of what I said about how Friday's day was instinctually, I think, a really good sign. So I'm in a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 31 positions plus a hedge, and some of those are bearish and some of those are iron condors, so they're kind of like sideways hedged positions. But anyway, there's 31 positions in my port. I'd like to get that to about, if many of them are hedged, 60 or 70 would be ideal in the credit spread system. If you take out the ones that are bearish or hedged, then we're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 17. 17, long positions. And that's kind of light, I wish I was about 30 or 35. Okay, 30 seconds in the market opens and the market's already trying to move out. Apple not doing good before the open. I mean, it's trying to. Nvidia is zooming right at the open here. The open is in 5 seconds. Here we go. Okay, the market's selling off instantly. Really hard for me to take off my hedge in this market, but definitely bullish right now. The reason I have the hedge though is for geopolitical tension protection. You have 8 plus the QQQ hedge. Okay, good job. I'm perfectly hedged. I mean, like, down to the like 1. Like if I'm 137 positive deltas, my hedge is negative 137. Like I'm or 6. I'm perfectly hedged, so I don't have anything to worry about. Don't My only concern is managing anything that's flying off the rails, number one, obviously always that. You always could have a position that's independently flying off the rails and you have to manage that. But then second to that is just allocating capital properly. Nvidia is flying. I mean, it had a lot of relative strength just before the open there, and it is just moving really strong at the open. ENPH might be going for a breakout. Let's go take a look at that because oh, well, I'm already in it actually. Oh, and I'm in it bearishly, so I'm gonna have to get out of that. I might cut that. I'm not supposed to. But cost is past 100%. Yeah, but it doesn't look bad. So, all right, we're just let those gestate for a little bit. We got an alert on fix. That's Stitch Fix. Yeah, that looks great. Look at that. Perfect VCP entry. Boom. Right now, cheat entry on fix now. 325. This is breakout. Beautiful breakout after earnings. I mean, just nothing holding it back. Fix. Uh, I'm going to take a look at the options liquidity. I doubt we can grab that though, because but for shares traders, there's a growth opportunity that looks really nice. Um, Looking at the options, yeah, we can't touch it with options. The the volume is 0, and the open interest on some of these strikes is like 3, 7, and and it's Comfort Systems, not Stitch Fix, whatever the fuck it is. Comfort Systems. There used to be Stitch Fix. Maybe it's still in the market. I think it used to be SFIX. There it is, Stitch Fix. Yeah. So it exists, but it's dying a slow death. Let's take a look at Nvidia, which is apparently flying. Let's see if it's triggering. It's not really triggering. It triggered yesterday on Friday, and you could still get in here, but it's pulling back on red. We, as a matter of principle, don't get into things uh, as they're red and falling. That's not to say we don't get into things on pullbacks, because as a general phrase, we do, but only when it's a green day or a green move. So you have to be saying, how is a green move a pullback? Well, it could be in a grander pullback scheme of things, into a momentary push up. Nvidia holding strong. Apple doing just fine. I have Apple's on 2 different time frames here. But the market pulling back. And where are we now? We're about almost 4 minutes into the market open, and our meters are on the stronger side, maybe 55 to 60%, 55 to 65% bullish from the open. And some of those names I'd like to take a look at. We got Elf on the list. Nope. Para is at the top of the list with a lot of strength. But no, that's not really set up. VKTX, I'm already in, and it's doing well. It's following through. There was a beautiful entry on VKTX on Friday, and we're really close. Actually, this is trying to break out of top line resistance. Hood, VKTX is excellent. Hood putting in a very good day. Am I already in that? Oh, I'm in it on an Iron Condor sideways. Okay. So maybe at the end of the day, I'll snip that because ER is coming right up. Neo. Got kind of fast right side reclaim going on, which is like renewed momentum. Very fast compared to previous, right sides. Although you could probably say that about this moment here as well. Fast right side reclaim and then it failed out. I mean, if there's one thing you can almost be sure of, is that Neo is just heading down to zero over time. Oh, the Qs are now about to break the open for a full reclaim in green day. Let's take a look at what that looks like on the chart, how that's sitting. Yeah, see, that's very nice. Really, really nice. What else is on the list here? Rivian. Rivian's got earnings this week, so we know we're not going to be getting into it. But what does it look like? Yeah, it looks terrible. And that's not to say that earnings can't be good. It's just that we don't get into shit that doesn't look good because we can get into stuff that looks good. So you got to be saying to yourself, well, why don't you get Rivian? It's like a great company and this or that and whatever. Uh, it doesn't look great, but maybe it will be great. Yeah, well, it doesn't look great. What we get in is stuff that looks great. And then once you say that, if you just say it out loud, we like to reserve our capital for only things that look great. You have to say to yourself, why am I getting in things that don't look great? you know, it's just like, look, 25 years of experience here speaking. Stop getting in shit. Okay. There's plenty of good stuff to get into. There's a reason why they say there's a reason why things are there's a reason why a stock is expensive, and there's a reason why a stock is cheap, right? It's not an accident. It's not like, oh my God, nobody notices. There's a whole reason it lasted 6 months to a year and a half why a stock is cheap as shit now. And there may be no end in sight. And there's a reason why a stock is really expensive and it's been going on for a while. And that's where you want to be. But you want to be, you want to understand charts and setups so you can get in at really slick moments. All right, the Qs are going nice and strong. Other things at the top of the list are Square. Nope. ARM. Earnings are coming up this week. Yeah, I don't especially love the way that looks, but that's one to watch. VRT. Oh, this one's just outstanding. It's breaking out to new highs right now. VRT has been great. Jesus, I'm going to get some if I'm not already in it. I'm not in it. Okay, something happened. I just got closed one of my positions. But anyway, VRT, and we'd be looking at something like, I'd be hoping to get into like the 80. That delta's 14, so I have to go to 85. I'm not in love with the numbers there on that. 85 for a 21 delta to the 82.5, which would be 35 cents on 215, which is 16% return on a 21 delta. Good. I'm kind of glad that the options pricings and liquidities are not really permitting us to get into VRT because that's a sign, you know. When these things are set up nicely and properly and good to get in, then the options pricings will match accordingly. So no go on VRT. Duolingo reporting later this week is at the breakout level. It's sort of breaking out. There's nothing we can do about it though, because ER is like in 2 days. But Duolingo looks great. Be great to already be in it. Okay, VKTX. I have like a pricing anomaly going on over there. I'm gonna try to put in an order to close it in case I can take advantage of the arbitrage, some strange arbitrage moment. I'm already in VKTX. Some strange arbitrage moment happening over on VKTX. All right, NVIDIA continuing to move strong. Anybody else in NVIDIA? That's looking good. Randy says he's got the FTAI PCS. Oh, but it may not be. Let's see. Oh yeah, that looks fantastic. Am I not in that? Why am I not in that with you? If you're trying to exit, well, it can't be more than 100%. So that's an anomaly. That means the pricings are negative, and that's bid ask spread tomfoolery. And depending on how many days you've got left on that thing, you do want to try to take advantage of that and close it though. So that means you need to sell it for 5 cents, 10 cents, 1 cent. I don't know, your option, but keep bumping the price around until it's sold. But do the calculations in your head or with a calculator or whatever. Make sure you're going to get at least 90% plus for it. Don't start to move your price up to where you would be getting less. Yeah, you're fishing. Yeah, but yeah, no, okay. Let it gestate, but also take advantage of kind of the funky moment. Maybe move it around a little bit. Move the lure around. All right, let's see here. What's up strongest? NTNX, what's up over there? Oh, by the way, that other thing that closed was Cart, Maple Bear. I'm gonna go take a look at that and see if I need to adjust any of my orders. Okay, Cart, good. I got the close on that. I see. Okay, good. I've got that set up nicely to automatically exit, which it has. I'm at 63% max profit on DJT. That's looking good. I've got orders out on that. App loving app. Going to be reporting in a day or two. Beautiful push on Friday. I mentioned it, but that I'm already in. But that if you're not in, there's something there, but it'll only be for shares because it's too short of a runway path for options. And yeah, I'm at like 63% max profit on that puppy with one contract left. Not much left to gain on that. So I think I'll try and close that out right now on strength at the liquid open. I'll be slightly aggressive on the bid and then let it sit there. Anything else? NTNX, NVIDIA, First Solar. Ooh, First Solar with the beautiful, beautiful follow through on our put credit spread. I'm at 25% max profit on First Solar in one day. So obviously that's accelerated gains. And let me see what I got here. I have 3 contracts, so we'll see where that goes. Iron Condors are doing just fine. The bearish positions kind of not working out, which is a sign that the market is acting like a bull. ANET is the only thing that's still negative underneath this call credit spread that I put up there, underneath the break even line. But even that, look, it's come up off the bottom fairly well. I do have to get rid of it today with one day left. And also I got to get rid of Tossed. Tossed is perfectly sitting right in the center of my Iron Condor. You couldn't ask for better. So I'll get out of that today at some point. What else is one day before ER? I got a lot of things that are really close to having ER release. Airbnb. Let's see what else is hot. We got Coin. NEO's now at the top of the list of performing really well, but again, so what? But it's interesting. It's got this fast right side reclaim, and it could be quite the run, but you'd be on the very highly speculative side of subjecting your money to high risk. Roku, AFRM, these are all things at the top of the lists. SWN, Southwestern Energy, okay. GPS, that's Gap, MSTR, ARM, YPF, NVIDIA, CCJ, Monday. Nope. EFLT reporting on Friday, I believe it is. Oh no, it's reporting like tomorrow. Interesting. It'll be interesting when these things report, and we'll see them in the morning, and then we'll have potential for entry, and then we can finally be in some of these great tickers. MPW. Ferrari's coming up. That's race. See how there's like all these little like space skips in there? There's lots of between all the price action. There's lots of space and gapping everywhere. But that's because probably I could be mistaken, but probably this is trading actually on another stock market primarily. And so while our market is closed, it's still trading on another market. And this is a I forget what they call it. Um, deposit account. I forget what they call it, but anyway, it's a representation and continuation of that business on our market, while that market is potentially closed. And then while our market's closed, it keeps trading on its market. And then we wake up and there's gaps. So you can tell the ADR, thank you. Something depository receipt. Yes, could be automatic deposit receipt, something like that. So anyway, that's why you see those gaps, and you see those a lot in the Chinese stocks. Like, I don't know, can we pick BABA or something? Yeah, see how there's gaps everywhere? That you're not going to be in very much control over your position with that. It's the whiplash would be insane. So when you trade foreign market stocks, you want to be trading them on their foreign market exchange, not some American depository receipt, not using an ADR. Yeah. And on rare occasion, you might find an ETF that's 24 hours, which is usually 23/6. It's not 24/7, maybe 23/5 even. But that's rare, like a entire China ETF or something. Let's see. Internet of Things, Para, Weatherford, Wing. Did we get Wing? I think I have Wing. Yeah, I do have Wing. Okay, Wing stops following through after earnings. We're in that position. Mm-mm-mm. It's looking like we're just going to probably wait for opportunities to happen tomorrow, or could be something that's nicely set up come to the fore. On to see that's it's looking great and all, but that's right before earnings. No, how about on the smaller caps? Space. Hmm. Wow. Virgin Galactic is down to the penny stocks now. It's $1. Wow. That turned out to be not a very good venture. It's not the 1980s, folks. It's not the 1990s. Investors are a little more savvy now. You can't be some Yahoo flying around the world in balloons, launch a space company, and expect everyone to blow it up. It is now a penny stock worth 70 cents. That's just not going to work. Those days are over. Big Rails, KPTI. How about upside reversals, IDR? Woo, that's moving right now, right in front of our eyes. What's the ADR in that? 5.75%. There's a share trade potential for you, Carl. IDR, LLAP, GTE. That looks pretty insanely good. GTE, what was this move recently? 57% in 38 days. Very nice. Almost a 5% ADR. Had released earnings. Is doing great. It's perked up. Nice tight right up top there. $9 breakout coming in 6 cents. So GTE, Grand Tierra Energy, a lot of energy stocks have been looking great. I love this one, NRG. Ooh, it reports earnings tomorrow. I'm going to put an alert on that so I know. Yeah, what's up? Okay. Saying hello. Lilo, how are you? Hello, kitty. Uh, so I'm gonna put that alert on there. And yes, the wife just reminded me I got to go to that. I told her to remind me I got to go to the bank this morning. Ben, you're here. You're late, but you're here. You made it. Nice to see you. NRG, I just got the alert. No, 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 no. I'm gonna wait for an alert tomorrow on that. I hate that when it does that. It's like, oh, price went over today's high at one point, so it gives you a bad alert. Let me try making that a little bit higher so it doesn't trigger. Okay. All right, energy, great. What was the other one? Damn, there was a really nice energy one. Was it Swan? No, what was that? It was a very nice energy stock. I got it from the upside reversals. Might have been GTE. That's it. Grand Tierra Energy. This one looks great. It's already had its earnings, so we could potentially go for it. Um, like I said, 6 cents away. However, the liquidity is probably low. It's very low priced stock, but it does have a 5% ADR. So for shares traders, though, this could provide a very interesting trade. Very nice trade. All right, guys, I'm gonna get to my stuff. Hopefully that orientates you. If you came late, you missed the first 40 minutes where we talked about everything. And anyway, I hope you had a good weekend, and let's get this week started. See you back in the group. Trade smart, trade safe. All right, see you back in the group. Thanks, everybody. You're welcome. Thank you.